While the prospect of ordering your PlayStation 5 directly from Sony may sound appealing, it's worth mentioning that this offer is only open to those with a US-based shipping address. That means you will be able to purchase from anywhere outside the US, but if your address is set to a location outside the country, then your order will be cancelled. You can now register your interest to pre-order a PlayStation 5 console directly from Sony. A new page has been set up on the official PlayStation website whereby you can input your PSN ID to confirm your interest in the upcoming console, with selection of who can actually pre-order when the time comes based on your interest in previous PlayStation activities. There will be a limited quantity of PS5 consoles available for pre-order, so we will be inviting some of our existing consumers to be one of the first to pre-order one from PlayStation. You will be contacted via email if you're successful, allowing you to pre-order either the standard PS5 or the digital version, 2 DualSense controllers, 2 charging stations, 2 Pulse 3D wireless headsets, 2 media remotes, and 2 HD cameras. Due to limited quantities, you will only be able to pre-order one PS5 console. Sony recently stated that PS5 pre-orders wouldn't happen in a hurry, so this is probably just the first step on this journey in terms of getting a console direct from PlayStation. I think it's safe to say that we'll let you know when pre-orders will happen, marketing bigwig Eric Lempel said. It's not gonna happen in a minute's notice. Of course, we still don't have a PS5 price or PS5 release date just yet, but this feels like one small step nearer to that becoming a reality. The PS5 is drawing closer and closer people, and Sony is gearing up to take those all-important pre-orders. Will you do so direct from PlayStation? Let us know in the comments below. PS5 games will run at a variety of frame rates, including 60 frames per second. However, Sony has said that its next-gen system will support 120 frames per second. Even if your TV doesn't necessarily support 120 frames per second, you should feel a difference in terms of smoothness and controller response when playing with the increased frame rate enabled. However, you will get the best effect when your TV supports 120 Hz, which effectively means it can refresh 120 times every second. Unfortunately, just having a television capable of 120 Hz isn't the end of the issue, as you'll also need to ensure your display is compatible with HDMI 2.1 and can support a data bandwidth of 48 gigabits per second. Not all panels do, but because 4K HDR at 120 frames per second requires 48 gigabits per second, it's the only way to truly experience 120 frames per second gaming on PS5. Will you be playing PS5 games running at 120 frames per second? Then let us know in the comments section below. Documentation submitted by Sony in Peru reveals that the PlayStation 5 will take advantage of Bluetooth 5.1 and Wi-Fi 6, meaning that its wireless performance will be better than the existing PlayStation 4. While it's hardly a surprise that the Japanese giant is using the latest standards available for its next-gen console, it's good to have some kind of confirmation. Bluetooth 5.1 support, for example, will allow multiple audio devices to be connected to the same console, with less interference in closed spaces. The original PS4 utilized Bluetooth 2.1, while the PS4 Pro upgraded this to Bluetooth 4.0, so it should prove a decent upgrade. There is a newer Bluetooth 5.2 available, but presumably the manufacturer didn't get access to it in time. Wi-Fi 6, meanwhile, should help to reduce latency, closing the gap between wireless and wired connections. Again, these are the kind of improvements that the average consumer is not really going to notice, but it's good to know that the platform holder is using the best possible parts in the system. Every little helps, after all.